So it's a 2013 Subaru Forester. We're going to see the axle exchange. Easy peasy first steps for taking off the wheel, lug nuts. We got 5 of them. 19mm flip socket. Boom. Get your trusty impact, 19mm. Secondly, I'll wedge this off. Boom. That right here. Where we at is my socket that I just bought. Hold up. Here you go. 32mm. Snug fit. Every time those break off. I don't know why I always trick myself into thinking I'm gonna do it without a screwdriver. But every time with a screwdriver. Sucky design. And also, if you're curious about my tire fitment size, I've got the Nexons 225, 55, 17 stock suspension, decent little lift on either side. And here, while we're jacked up, I'll see what it's doing over here as far as clearance goes. Wow. Really effective. Fire. Alright, this is going to be pretty simple. So we're going to take this bolt off so we don't screw up our brake line sensor. And then... oh, I should have a cotter pin there. That's not good. These are the 2 bolts that are coming out. There should be a camber bolt here. I'm going to mark this just in case, because who knows what the hell is about to go on with this. So... fucking great. Alright, so technical difficulties with the red, so... do a blue line. That way we try to get that thing lined. 12mm brake line connector. Or the ABS sensor, yeah. Brake line's right there, same size bolt. Easy peasy. Put your bolts somewhere safe. Trusty 12mm on the flex head, Matco. Loose, pull, brake line, free, won't get ripped or broken. This thing already, you can't tell, has some wear to it. Doesn't look too good. The outside of the line starting to corrode up here. Probably replace half the steel brake line, as well as getting some of this other stuff treated with OSFO when I can, because that is just not good. Oh boy. My Japanese rust spots hurt looking at this thing. If you remember your wheel socket, 19, same exact fit, makes it easy for you. These are gonna drop out. We're gonna have this pivot out towards us this way, which will give us access to this. Prior to that, we're gonna bust this free with a 32mm bolt that I mentioned earlier. This right here, it might take a couple ugga-duggas. I'm not gonna overkill it, keep it on 3. Boom, easy. Then we're gonna use a punch, homemade in the old welding shop. This right here is gonna fit into that hole right here. Then we're gonna knock this bad boy loose. I got my trusty little hammer here. Usually you don't want to use opposing metals on each other because they will explode. This thing's a pretty soft steel, that's a pretty hard steel. That's gonna smash flat before that meets either of these exploder chips. Alright, so don't be afraid. They might be a little tough when you first get them out. That's all good. This took me a few ugga-duggas to break this thing loose, but here we are. Everything looks good, nothing stripped, sick. It goes with the rest of my bolts so I don't lose them. The other end of the hammer. Take that one out. Easy peasy. Nothing to it. Might clean up these threads a little bit because there's some debris caught up in it. Use a wire brush for that. It'll be fine. Got the other one loose. I'm about to tap this free a little bit. That's really loose, so that's good. Rubber hammer. Piece of shit. Alright, for this part, either a breaker bar or a nice flat screwdriver will fit right in here. I already busted this loose. Get some big old room on that thing. Have yourself a drain pan underneath it. You are going to use differential fluid. Also, don't forget to check your seal that's right on the inside of that shaft insert. So make sure there's no rips, chips, or anything else like that. If so, change it out. It's like $12, $15 part. You can slap it in out real freaking easy. Now, since we have slapped that loose, this is free. Essentially, that is out just like so. And you have your old beat up axle taken out of your car. Fresh new part. Alright, for the new one, you just line the splines back up, get it in there. I like to lay flat underneath this thing, get one hand on the back side here, another hand forward up on the shaft. Once it's aligned, and then slowly pull it out, then jam it in one time. It'll lock right into place. If not, don't fight it. Pull it out. Make sure your gears are aligned to your spline drive, which is just going to be this small little section right here. This is the old one, for example. And then it's going to catch right around here. You're just going to pop it. It'll fill the rest of the way in. Lock it snug to here. Then you want to make sure your axle nut's removed from here so you can slide it back through the hub. Axle nut's right there on the ground, ready for install once that's put through. And real simply, you're just going to push down on this lightly. Give it some space. This will come through. Once you get that, it'll line back up and come through here. You're just going to line your teeth up and slide it in. Alright, so got those lined up. Got that back where it needs to be. Make sure that this stays in orientation. Mark this when you actually do it. I lined it up to where the rust mark was, thankfully, to make sure that my alignment wasn't offset, because that is a camber alignment bolt that is going to make your wheel either stick out on the bottom or go in on the positive. So it's either gonna have positive toe or negative, or positive camber or negative camber. So your wheel's essentially gonna stick out further like this, or it's gonna have the top sticking out like that. Either way, that's bad for your tracking, tread wear, everything else, etc., etc. Yes, I get there's some advantages to negative and positive camber in racing applications, but that is not what this is for. So make sure it stays where it needs to be, people. To tightening the almighty 32mm bolt. And once we do that, we are also going to tap in and divot that so it locks into that little channel there. And I'll show you how we do that now. Let's tighten down. We got it to a few ugga-duggas. Now we are going to tap that. And for that, we are going to use... Nope. Screwdriver, right here. Watch this. Once inferior metals are bent by superior tools. But no, for real, you just put your screwdriver right there on the edge. Give it 3 little taps with something like this, little 3-pound sledge, and you get your complete product. Don't forget that one and that one. Then to clean up, bro, not sponsored, but like, wouldn't mind it. Tub of towels, Savage. 3 of those bad boys take all the oil off my hands.